your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first. Sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
Scattered showers have been moving across the area this evening. Viper 13 real-time radar showing most of them in the PD right now, but these are slowly building southward. Much of the rain so far today has been across North Carolina, but that slow-moving cold front is starting to push into our area, so our rain chances will continue to go up. We do have a flood watch in effect for our North Carolina counties, and we are expecting a good deal of rain, not only tonight, but tomorrow and into the weekend as well. Generally 1 to 3 inches of rain. Some areas could see more than that, and some of that rain will start tonight, and it's going to be a wet day tomorrow. I'll have a look at how long this wet weather is going to last coming up.
Right now on News 13, one local school district confirms it's included in an investigation launched by the U.S. Department of Education. Plus, newly released warrants detail the living conditions of dogs rescued from this property here last week in Horry County that led to 3 arrests.
Coverage you can count on at 11 starts now.
First at 11, no word of any suspect or arrest in connection with a shooting at a Carolina Forest apartment complex. Good evening, I'm Adriana Lawrence. First, a warning, some viewers may find images in the following video disturbing. Horry County Police say the shooting happened shortly before 6:30 tonight off Village Center Boulevard near River Oaks Drive. That's the address for the Laurent at Carolina Forest. Police say one person was taken to the hospital but should be okay. Anyone with information on the shooting is asked to call the Horry County PD. New tonight, the Robeson County Sheriff's Office is investigating the drowning death of a 9-year-old boy. It happened on McGirt Road north of Maxton. Authorities say when deputies got there, Thomas R. Moore had already been pulled from the water and received medical treatment. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The Robeson County Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit is investigating. New tonight, News 13 obtained the arrest warrants in connection with an animal cruelty investigation in the Longs area. Horry County Police say 58 dogs were rescued last Friday from this property here in the area of Rainbow Drive. Authorities charged Yakeem Evans, Thermontres Livingston, and Jamar Chestnut with criminal conspiracy. Chestnut now faces more than 30 counts of felony ill-treatment of animals, more than 20 counts of animal fighting and baiting, and 1 count of unlawful possession of firearms. Warrants accuse Chestnut of having dogs tethered by a heavy logging chain, as well as dogs that did not have food or clean drinking water. Investigators say the dogs also had scarring consistent with dog fighting. Police talked about the conditions of the dogs earlier this week.
The condition of them was consistent with neglect and trauma. Each dog is currently receiving veterinary care. Our priority is making sure that they receive treatment and preserving evidence along the way as best we can while they're being cared for.
The dogs are in the care of a North Carolina-based dog rescue. Chestnut, Evans, and Livingston are all out on bond. Chestnut is on home detention. The Marion County School District confirms it is under investigation by the U.S. Department of Education. A Marion School District spokesperson told News 13 it has not been told the reason for the investigation. But a July 10th news release from the DOE announced an initiative to, quote, protect students from adult sexual predators in schools. The district says it will fully cooperate with the investigation. Count on News 13 for updates. The U.S. military announced a 13th night of strikes against Iran over attacks on shipping routes. It's a part of the ongoing U.S. push to regain control over the Strait of Hormuz and restore the flow of international shipping. Earlier, Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels said they attacked 2 Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea, potentially widening the conflict. And a live look tonight at Capitol Hill, where the U.S. wrapped up its summer work period and members are heading home to their districts. But the political fight in Washington is far from over. News Nation Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson has the latest.
House Republicans are touting a string of legislative wins, while Democrats are shifting their focus to November's midterm elections. The biggest challenge ahead is President Trump's Save America Act that's currently stalled in the Senate. The House is heading into its summer recess. House Republicans are leaving Washington claiming they've delivered major wins for President Trump's agenda, from taxes and spending to border security and defense.
We have done our job. We'll continue to do it.
Republicans have failed to deliver a single thing that makes life better for the American people.
But one of the president's top priorities remains stalled in the Senate. The Save America Act, a controversial election reform bill.
His patience is running out. He wants to see as much of the Save America passed as possible by the August recess.
The legislation would require photo ID and proof of U.S. citizenship to register in federal elections, a measure the White House says is necessary to protect election integrity.
Voter ID is common sense. They want proof of citizenship in our elections.
Democrats strongly disagree.
These people are desperate.
As Republicans battle over election reform, Democrats say they are focused on their efforts to win control of the House.
Donald Trump and House Republicans have failed the American people.
And for his part, Senate Majority Leader John Thune responded to Leavitt's comments this afternoon, saying maybe the White House should pick up the phone and get votes. Rashad Hudson, News Nation, Washington.
President Trump is imposing new double-digit tariffs on dozens of U.S. trading partners. The United States will impose taxes of 10 to 12.5% on imports from 60 countries over claims they failed to enforce bans on goods produced by forced labor. The new tariffs come as temporary 10% worldwide tariffs will expire just after midnight. Timmonsville leaders selected the town's next police chief. Mayor William James says Preston Ford III will be sworn in Monday night. Ford has more than 20 years of law enforcement experience. He recently worked as a criminal investigations special agent for the South Carolina Department of Revenue in Columbia. Ford replaces James Allen, who resigned in June, citing personal reasons. Myrtle Beach City leaders say beach visitors can expect to see workers on the beach as they begin installing sand fencing. This comes as a second step in the Army Corps of Engineers Federal Beach Renourishment Project. The work is expected to take 4 to 6 weeks to complete.
So this is the next round of that beach renourishment project. It traps sand, and slowly over time it'll rebuild that dune right behind the sand fencing. So now we'll also have 2 layers of sand fencing, which will give the homes that are oceanfront more protection, all properties more protection throughout the city of Myrtle Beach.
Crews are working with trucks on the beach, but city officials say no beach closures will happen during this project. News 13 is your local election headquarters, and former South Carolina Governor and Congressman Mark Sanford says he will run to replace the late U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham on the November ballot. However, according to the South Carolina Election Commission website, he is not among the 5 to officially file so far for next month's special Republican primary. That list includes former Myrtle Beach Mayor Mark McBride, interim Senator Darlene Graham, who's serving out the remainder of her brother's term, and Congressman Russell Fry and Ralph Norman also say they intend to run. A news release from Fry says he will file tomorrow morning. And filing for the special Republican primary ends next Tuesday. Early voting will happen August 5th through 7th, with primary day on Tuesday, August 11th. Election officials encourage voters to check to see if their polling place has changed. The winner will face Democrat Dr. Annie Andrews in the November general election. Well, a local nonprofit is stepping up to take over the Champion Autism Network's mission of creating an autism-friendly environment in Horry County. CAN announced last month it's ending its nonprofit work after 10 years. CAN works to ensure an autism-friendly environment throughout the county through sensory-friendly events. The Arc of Horry formed last year and serves as an advocate for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Grady Gramble, board president for the Arc, says their decision to take up CAN's cause was due to the belief that there's more advocacy needed.
We want to be able to give those families that bridge. Horry County, we're the largest county in South Carolina, and we try to serve as many of the areas here in Horry County as we can. There's a lot of work that needs to be done with our families and individuals with disabilities, both here locally as well as the state level and even national.
Gambrel says they hope to begin coordinating events on or around September 1st. Well, happening tomorrow, Neals Creek House in Murrells Inlet will host its second annual Christmas in July fundraiser to benefit Santa Claus for Paws and other local animal rescues. This is video here we took last year where I had the opportunity to volunteer, and it was a great time.
It was really short notice last year. We had about 12 days to put it together. So this year we've had time, and it's just going to be way bigger and way more give back. We're offering so many more different vendors and koozies and t-shirts and apparel of all kinds. So
you got to get out there if you have time. The event will run tomorrow from 3 to 7 p.m. rain or shine. It will offer free adoptions, live music, and plenty of family activities. Now let's get a check on the forecast with Frank.
And those rain chances are going up across the area. We have seen a few scattered showers around this evening. After a day where most of the rain was up across parts of North Carolina, it is shifting southward, and it's going to stay across the Carolinas for the next couple of days. I'll have a look at what that means for the weekend forecast coming up.